Hello and welcome to another Reaconteur video, and in today's video, this is the financial advice progression. This is just me progressing my PvP build, the Purple Cloud one you guys have probably seen me use in background footage of the recent videos, so, I mean, spoiler alert, the build is finished. But yeah, I'm also just giving you guys a ton of financial advice while watching this video, so you can just enjoy the financial advice, sit back, relax, make sure to subscribe, since only about 20% of the people watching right now are actually subscribed, and let's get straight into it. Alright, so we're starting in the Trial of One. This is a PvP build, so I would have done Voidwalker, but I don't actually have Voidwalker on this account, because I barely play Deepwoken. I have started playing a lot more, though, and this build actually looks quite fun. It's a Purple Cloud build, although you can replace it with Nocturne, or the, what's that, 90 medium spear called again? First Light, I think? I forgot what it was called. Regardless, oh my god, it's making me put these points in. Trial of One makes Diluvian Mechanism so boring because of how much easier Trial of One is than Diluvian Mechanism. Diluvian Mechanism is miserable. It is so slow because all the monsters are like full power. But yeah, I actually just kind of want to talk a lot. And whenever I'm on stream, it's not really talking about whatever I want. It's really more so responding to the chat. So it's a very different environment. I can't just talk about what I want to. Like, I could give you guys more tax information. Speaking of taxes, last video I talked about the best way to evade taxes under a 1099, but if you have a really cool boss and you file a W-2, you could just have your boss file incorrect information with you, and then the IRS will have no way of proving that you're evading taxes. Because as I said in the last one, I told you guys that, like, if you file a 1099 form, which means you're self-employed like me, then you can skim a few thousand off the top, and as long as you don't spend over what you are legally making, the IRS has no real way to prove that that money is being illegally held, right? So you could just say you're making less money than you actually are. But if you just get your boss to say you're making less money than you are, and then you say you're making less money than you are, it's basically just as good as illegally harboring money with a 1099. So if you've got like a really cool boss, or you've got like a family member who's your boss, just someone that won't rat you out, then you could actually evade taxes with your boss if you're not self-employed, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of way to evade taxes, is what I'm saying. The IRS doesn't want you to know because they don't want you evading taxes. They don't want you to realize how little power they actually have. For joke purposes, let's say I don't know, had $123,463 or so of illegally untaxed money, just, I don't know, sitting around in investment accounts that can't be accessed by the IRS very easily because they're private investment accounts under private non-Northern American facilities. Well, the IRS would have, one, no way to access that money. Two, even if they did have a way to access that money... Oh, I already leveled up. Even if they did have a way to access that money, you know, it's not really something that they can touch because they don't even know that money exists. They don't know that money exists. But yeah, basically what I'm saying is the IRS can't really... They're a lot less, you know, menacing than people give them credit for. And I am proof of that, in a joking sense, of course, because I would never do illegal things like tax evasion. That's just not fair to, Israel, I think. They get most of the tax dollars, right? But yeah, kids, evading taxes is way easier than the IRS wants you to know it is. And if you wanted to be really good at evading taxes, if you want to be, I don't know, maybe as good as some people think I am, not that I am, though, because I'd never evade taxes, that's very illegal. As good as some people would think I am based on the advice that I am giving out for free in these videos, these Roblox videos, targeted to mainly teenagers, basically, that I am giving various tax information and advice to. It's not really that hard. And by the way, for the rest of you, if you are like a kid or something and you have a job and you're working part-time and you're making less than whatever the minimum like taxable income is in your state, if you live in the United States, that is, you can, like, you don't need to pay taxes. A lot of, like, employers will automatically take money out of your check for taxes, and that is one of the few times I would actually recommend that you do file your taxes. Oh my god, the angels are annoying now. And the reason why I'd recommend that is because if you make under a certain amount of money, you don't need to be taxed, and you can actually get most of that money back in April on your tax returns. So let's say you make, I live in New York, I think the minimum here is $13,500 or something like that. If I made, let's say, $12,000 this year, but my boss is taking money out of my checks to give to the IRS, what I could do, oh my god, I can't believe I lost that. Back to what I was saying though, what I could do is I could just, you know, I could file my taxes, file a tax return, and then I could be like, hey, I didn't make that much money. You guys gotta give me money back. And then once April comes around, you'll get however many $100 or few $1,000s that the IRS took from you. This doesn't work everywhere, by the way. Like, I think if you live in, what, Oklahoma, they won't give you your money back. But some states will. And generally, if you have the option between a boss that takes out money from your taxes and a boss that doesn't, or if your boss gives you the option, he's like, hey, do you want to file your tax on your own? Always say yes. Always say yes. Because if you make less than, like, whatever the minimum bracket for taxes is in your state or country or wherever, and you say yes, boom, just don't file your taxes that year. It's not even illegal because you don't owe the IRS anything. But it's just better if you say yes, okay? Always do your own taxes. It's just always going to be more beneficial for you long run, so just do it yourself. And if you have an accountant, it would be really good because accountants usually... Now, a lot of people, what they won't do is hire accountants, but I would always recommend, if you're not a tax expert, I would always recommend hiring an accountant, just because they will always save you money. Like, there's never a downside to having an accountant. And the reason is because a tax write-off, you get tax write-offs for anything involved in doing your taxes. So let's say you pay your accountant $300 and he gets you $5,000 in write-offs. First of all, it's already paying for itself because you're getting $5,000 in write-offs, which is easily going to pay for the 3, 4, 5, whatever, even up to like a few $1,000s like I pay my accountants. And it's already paying for itself with the write-offs you get. But then the money you give your accountant to help you with your taxes in itself is a write-off. So it's even more beneficial. So yeah, you just hire an accountant if you can. If you can't afford to hire an accountant, and because, you know, you at the very least need the money to be able to hire an accountant, it's not like they're not going to get paid because you're getting your money back, because that comes back in April. You have to have that money now to get it back in... How many months away is April from October? 6? Like, you get the money back in 6 months, which is a bit annoying. But the way I see taxes for the most part, because I take almost millions of dollars in write-offs every year, is it's kind of like forced savings. Because I put in my money, and I get most of it back in a few months. It's like a really shitty IRA. So yeah, I really like, you know, abusing certain systems. That being said, let me take vitality here, because I wouldn't have died to those stupid angels if I had more health. Which, the angels are the most annoying part of this stupid trial. The fact that there's 2 of them, and then I have obvious makes it so much worse because I'm getting jumped and they're switching. The most annoying part about the angels is they switch out, and then you go from fighting an angel that's almost dead to fighting 2 angels, because let's say one of them is one-shot, and then they switch out, right? Well, now you're not fighting the one-shot one, and they can still throw attacks out at the same time, so you're still fighting 2 angels, even if the total health of the angels in the room is like 50%. You're not fighting a half-elf angel. You're fighting 2 angels with the health of 1 angel, basically. But yeah, as you see, I speed ran through that. I really wish I could have gotten 40 strength before I got this. I probably should have put more points in strength in the menu, because then I'd have 40 strength by now already, but it's fine. Let's see if I get any alley cat talents. I do need those. I guess I'll take harsh response. It's fine as a talent. Bulldozer, really good. I'm surprised I got that so early. That is very lucky. I'll take proficiency as well. Like, 2 tries, it's fine. Didn't really matter. Okay, well, I'm gonna level up here before I get to 25. But if I see alley cat, I gotta take it. Champion's Regalia, I do want that. I remember when that talent was just like completely useless garbage and they had to buff it. Showstopper, I'm taking that. Alright. Random strength combat mantra. Probably no. I'd honestly really rather fold here, but I guess I'm just gonna roll 2 and hope I get something good. Pack Mule. Why is it always Pack Mule? Concussive Force. That's like... I would have never taken either of those 2 talents. Like, whenever I roll 2, it's like, okay, fine, I get 1 decent talent, 1 bad talent. It's still 2 talents for the price of 1, so it's not that bad. But whenever I get 2 just trash talents, it's like, man, I really just wasted a level. Or a card hand, not a level, because I forget that there's no power 60 anymore. You know, sometimes I'll read dumb YouTube comments, and it's like, it's so hard to, like, not think, wow, these comments have to be rage bait. Because I read a comment where someone said, don't you dare compare sorcery to Deepwoken. My sorcery is so much better than that evil Deepwoken. I don't want you comparing this game to Asswoken. It's like, bro, what? What? Like, what are you talking about? Maybe I should go jump that Voidwalker over there. I think I will. But while I'm doing that, let me also talk about, what should I talk about? Savings accounts and investment links, right? Okay. So, first of all, I don't personally like savings accounts very much. But, like, me personally, I do not like savings accounts. I just really don't, and I'm sorry, but it's kind of hard to talk while fighting. Savings accounts, I just don't like them. The APRs are never really worth it, in my opinion, because you're getting like 5% a year, and you'll make more than that on basically any other type of investment. And, bro, like, you're selling me. I'm trying to help you fight this Voidwalker. Anyway, oops. You kind of gotta, like, think about the investment length and how to store that money. Because, like, there's short, medium, and long-term investment lengths, and honestly, savings accounts are only good for, like, medium investment lengths with money you don't want to spend. Because let's say you want to buy, like, I don't know, a $5,000 watch, then... Is that a... What the... Okay, there's 2 Voidwalkers, it's fine. This guy is really annoying, he's just baiting for the parries. If it's a medium length investment, let's say you want $5,000 to buy a watch with in, like, the next 3 months, but you're not the most responsible with money, but so you want to put it in a place where you can easily access it when you want to take it out to buy that watch, let's say, but you also want it to be in a place where you can't too easily access it to the point where you can just spend it, which is why medium length investments, like let's say you want to buy a nice watch, get fucked, well then you just don't spend all your money, you know? But a lot of people are pretty bad at that. You have money in your checking accounts or something you want to do, and then you waste money like that, and then now you can't buy the watch, right? But savings accounts will allow you to save that money for a medium length of time, while allowing you to accomplish your goals more easily. I don't like how this guy's playing by the ledge. He's so annoying. Like, you can tell he's trying to knock me off right now because he's getting low. This, like, you're making me angry, man. Could you just, like, stop playing by the ledge? Watch. Wait. Watch this bait. Oh my god. Okay, I think I should go help jump that other Voidwalker. Right, let me search this chest real quick. I just want to... what I was talking about, right. So, savings accounts can help you save money like that, but they're not really good as long-term investments. What was that? Weird movement. They're not really good as long-term investments because with savings accounts, you're only making maybe 5% a year on average, or even on the higher end, it's like 5% per year. And then there's just way better long-term investments because generally a long-term saving is like, I don't know. Generally, I would suggest long-term savings for money you really do not care about. Like, money you really don't care about. Like, if you can afford to lose and burn this money without it really mattering to you, it can be saved as, like, a long-term thing you can put in the stock market. Oh my god, this guy's a crazy track star. Which is why, for, like, any sort of long-term investments, I just always put it in stocks, ETFs, anything else, really. Is there, like, auto-lock on this? Oh, wow, he parried that. It's so hard to talk while chasing this guy. But a long-term investment would be like me putting money in the stock market. I don't need that money, but it's going to make more money than a savings account, which is good because if I were to like put $5,000 that I want for a watch in 3 months into like stocks, I can't always take out that money because what if I'm in the red? What if I'm currently losing money on the market? Then like I'm down because I want to buy this watch within this time frame, but it's not a good time to exit out the market, you know? Which is the one thing I think savings accounts are good for, is for holding money for goals, for things that you want to buy that aren't too expensive. But generally, I'd invest all my money that I can into whatever, so ETFs, stocks, bonds even, CDs, basically anything that isn't a savings account. God, easy. But yeah, that's basically the way I treat that. So let's see what's in here. Really nothing good. Back to what I was saying about. It's the same. Wait, is this the same guy? Beijing War Leader. It's the same guy. This is the first Voidwalker I killed earlier when I jumped him. Okay, wait. Watch this. Before I get back into talking about investments, I have an idea. I'm going to try and kite him in front of those bandits and get them to hit him there. Oh, never mind. They're not following. Why did he snuff out that campfire? I'm not even touching it. That's... Oh, wait, they are here. Oh, and they're on him. Wait. I was hoping they'd both get on him. Okay, the strong one's on him. That's good. I'm gonna just kill this one. Yeah, and then there's short-term investments, which are really just saving up for something you might want that's not a complete impulse buy. In which case, I just put it in like my checkings account. Like, let's say I want to buy a $1,000 pair of YSL boots, which I do. I need a new pair. Regardless, I would just kind of have that money sitting around in a checkings account, or I just put it on credit. It's short-term, investments really don't matter that much. It's really just about the medium, which is where I'd use savings accounts for, but even then, I don't like savings accounts. Or the long-term investments, which are just for, like, everything else. Just money that I don't need, so I can put away and have it make me more money, which investments are good. You should probably be investing as much money as you can while you're young, because, you know, you have more time for it to get bigger. And then there's different types of investments. You've got, obviously, like stock and ETF investments, but then you've got investments into companies that are, God, you're terrible. Oh, that's not good. You've got investments, okay, into companies that are up and coming, venture capital investments in companies that aren't coming, which you can meet the CEOs and the owners of these companies to potentially find a way to make a lot of money by going to capital adventure capital intro meetings. That's what they're called. I'm panicking right now. I'm not dying to this guy. I refuse. This guy sucks. Capital intro meetings where you can meet people, and if there's two roles at a capital introduction meeting. You have the equitable investors, which generally there's requirements of a net worth of at least $1 million and a salary of around, well, for the ones that I go to, the capital intro equitable investor requirement is, oh my god, wait. Oh no. Wait. He's got to be getting low. He's definitely, like, stronger than me. Like, I see he's wearing gear. I've got basically nothing on. Oh, he's running. Wait, is he running? Yeah, he's making space. He's trying to run. He's got to be low. Wait. If I chase him, he won't think I'm low, and then he'll be scared. That's how it's going to go. Okay, bad spacing. Yes, right. So equitable investors, generally, it's like $1 million net worth, $200,000 salary requirement minimum. Wait, let me grab Speed Demon. Watch, I'm going to get a crazy power-up mid-fight, and he's not even going to know what to do. I don't need any of these for this build. Okay. Anyway, you go to these things, and you basically can find, like, startups for businesses. It's kind of like mini Shark Tank. Which, by the way, Shark Tank are... the people on there are the greediest motherfuckers of all time. He's taking the zip line. Oh, he has to be low. Okay, how do I... oh, E. Okay. No! Oh, I thought getting hit on it would drop me. Thank you. Is he dead? You take fall damage from that? I don't see his body. Okay, you don't take fall damage from that. But yeah, what I was saying was, yeah, basically you can go to equitable investor meetings if you're a equitable investor or if you're a company manager. This guy ran. He actually ran. Okay. I'm gonna go heal. I think he's probably gonna heal and then come back because he probably thinks I have more health than him, which is crazy because I'm literally in freshy rags. I've got a pair of boots on and that's it. I've only got one room in here. Right, but yeah, you could go to those meetings. You can make money. You could get money for your businesses. So it's actually more accessible for business owners than for regular people, or I mean investors, because there's no real requirement for being a business owner because you kind of just go there and you pitch your business in hopes that people will give you money. I used to go to a lot more of these back when I was starting out with my hedge fund, but now I don't go to them anymore because all the marketing is done for me. Why? Because we make a lot of money. Anyway, as I would... oh, yeah, he's back. Okay. Oh, if that were level 5, it would have guard broken. What else do I want to talk about while well, let me leave. This place is too enclosed. I want to talk about what? I already talked about. Let me. I'm looking at a list of talking points on my other monitor while fighting this guy, and it's hard to talk and fight at the same time, especially knowing that this guy is definitely stronger than me, even though he is not better than me. I guarantee you that much. He's not better than me. Otherwise, he wouldn't have ran before. I hate when people do that. They stand still and just wait for the parry to reset. Like, I know it's, like, kind of a good strat, but, like, you're lame. His spacing is terrible. He keeps expecting that crit to go farther than it does. God, okay, I was looking at my talking points list. Okay, here's one. you can evade taxes via write-offs. So there's a lot of different tax write-offs, which I've talked a little bit about them. I swear I was in front of him. Spine cutter there is crazy. But tax write-offs, there are a whole lot of them. You've got, let's see, you've got business write-offs, which are full, which means if I spend $5,000 paying my employees, or I spend $5,000 on equipment for my business, watch this bait, easy. Then that $5,000 is then written off on my taxes. And some people get it confused, but tax write-offs don't save you $5,000 on your taxes. Let's say you make $60,000 and you have a $5,000 write-off. Now you're only paying taxes on $55,000 of those $60,000. So it's not just giving you $5,000 back. You're not just getting all that money back. You definitely get most of it back with write-offs because now you're not paying taxes on that money, so you're saving about anywhere from like 33 to 60% of it. Depends on the tax bracket you're in. I save on the higher end because I am in the maximum tax bracket. So it's very useful for me to save, 60% of my money living in New York, because in New York there are pretty high taxes here. So the most you can end up paying for taxes in New York, I think, is 63%. Insane, by the way. Insane. This is supposed to be a capitalist country, by the way. Crazy that I'm paying 63%. Regardless, I don't actually pay 63% because a lot of things like that, I have tax write-offs. And other than business write-offs, there's like some exclusive write-offs, like motor vehicle business write-offs. Oh my god, I'm not losing to this guy. And a motor vehicle business write-off is applicable to cars over a certain weight limit as long as you use them to go to work at least half the time that they're used. Which means if you were to buy a car that weighs, I think it's over 5,000 or 6,000 pounds, a good example of this is the Mercedes-Benz G-Class, or the G-Wagon commonly known as, right? People buy this because it's expensive and it meets that weight limit, which means as long as you use it 50% of the time for work, wait, watch this, I'm gonna snake him. Easy. Okay, as long as you use it at least 50% of the time to go to work, then it is a yearly tax write-off for pretty much everything involving it. You get tax write-offs on the gas, you get tax write-offs on the vehicle usage, and then you get tax write-offs for repairing the vehicle. So if you take it to the mechanic, it's a tax write-off. It's all a tax write-off, okay? The entire vehicle is a tax write-off, and then you write off the price of the vehicle, which Mercedes-Benz G-Class is like $140,000. You basically save like 65% of that money, and you get a G-Wagon. And now you're supposed to use it 50% of the time for business, right? But that just means you're driving to and from work with it. You could actually use it way more leniently than that because you're supposed to use it 50% of the time for work. But, oh, that dinner I went on Saturday night was a business meeting because I brought my CFO along with me on my wife's date night to third wheel. And since he's third wheeling and we're talking about business, then it is a business meeting, so that counts as business usage. Or you could just lie because the IRS has no way to prove where you were at what time, how much you drive, and where to. So that's what most people do, they lie. Like, there's no way to prove that you didn't use your car 50% or more for work. What is that? Does that mean he's low? What is that ring? Oh, he's running again, he's low. No, I can't let him run this time. He already ran once. Come on. Oh, come on. We both got to be super low at this point. Yo, please. Oh, why are the mob spawns here? No, and the boss one is on me. I'm not trying to... Yo, he's... Oh my god, I hate running in this game. As I was saying, you can kind of just lie about your car usage, and it is beneficial. Oh, he's got to be low. I think that means he's low. No! He's dead! Yes! Easy! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, I gotta talk shit. I have to talk shit. Look at you. How do you lose? You came back. Oh my god. You suck. You suck. Oh my god, don't come back. I don't want to see your ass here again, bro. And he was lagging. He was lagging bad. I don't want to see you here again, bro. Get out. Anyway, back to the list of talking points. What I was talking about before. What? That was Beijing more later. No. Ah, look at you. Ah, son. He came back on his main slot. He actually came back on his main slot because he lost to someone weaker than him on a Void Walker. You're embarrassing! Who owns Bajan War? Now, this isn't really financial advice, but I was just thinking about how, like, European pickpockets don't have guns. So, like, where is the threat there? You know what I'm saying? Like, if a European man pickpockets me, he doesn't have a gun. So, like, I'm just gonna, like, you know, beat him to death in the middle of the street. I think this is where I go. I had to look up a YouTube guide to find this NPC, because I've gone Jet Striker once, which I still have my old Grand Sudaruska slot, but I don't remember how to do any of this. I do remember most of the orb spots, though, so this shouldn't be bad. Okay. And you're teleporting. I can't even teleport. This ain't fair. Okay. But yeah, Europeans, free financial advice. Europeans don't have guns, so if you kill or if you rob Europeans, they have a way worse time fighting back. And if you're fast, oh my god, if you're fast, there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do because they can't catch you. So, oh, you have a knife? Yeah, well, I run faster than you. Do I have to touch this orb? Let me... Okay, oh, wait. I think I won. This should count, right? Yeah, it counts, okay. But yeah, like, just rob the Europeans and run faster. That's some good financial advice for you. Train stamina, train running. If you become a really good Olympic-level runner, then no Europeans can ever catch you when you go to steal their wallets. Anyway, that's Jet Striker. I gotta go get the orbs. I'll probably just come back and get this orb last. That sounds pretty easy. Alright, I'll reset. Cut back. So, this is a post-editing thing, but at this point in the progression, I made a very big mistake because I forgot that you actually can't use the Shrine of Order with an oath. So, I pretty much spent the next 2 hours getting my bell at power 11 to then go down to Yunshul, break my oath, then go to Shrine of Order, then get my oath again. So, I'm just going to give you guys a little time lapse while I continue to talk about some more financial advice. So, one of the things I wanted to talk about in a bit more detail was credit cards. So, I might as well talk about this because credit cards are pretty important to you. The main, more important branches for credit cards, generally people go with Chase as like a good starter. My recommended credit card would be the Chase Freedom Unlimited and the Chase Freedom Flex. I'd go for both of them. I do have both of them, even though I don't use both of them actively. And reasoning, certain credit cards have certain benefits. But the best credit route you can generally go on is starting out by making just a Chase checking account once you get a job. And then let's say you put maybe $3,000 into that Chase account and you just don't touch it for a month. And then after you've gotten, I don't know, a month with that, whatever, 3,000, whatever thousand, the more money, the better money in your account, right? Once you do that, all you got to do is file for the Chase Freedom Unlimited card, and you should get accepted with a credit score equal to maybe a little bit less, depending on how long you wait, of whatever is in your checking account. So you could have your first credit card be the Freedom Unlimited card, which is an amazing card, amazing starter card, good benefits card, and you wouldn't have to go from a starter credit card, so you could go straight to the Chase Freedom Unlimited card, which is a step above starters, because there's a few tiers of credit cards. There's your starter cards, there's your beginner cards, there's your like intermediate cards with some benefits, and then there's like the higher end cards, and then there's the travel cards, which the travel cards aren't for everyone. I don't have any travel cards because I don't like traveling. I hate planes, I hate going to other countries, I hate hotels, I hate all of that, right? Doesn't really matter to me very much though. Now, from this point on, you could honestly just stay with the Freedom Unlimited card for the rest of your life, but if you like the benefits and you're fine with paying for some other credit cards, and what you could do is you could wait for your credit score to get around like a 740 and maybe have some longer credit history, maybe somewhere 3 to 6 months. I'd say 6 months with like a 720 credit score is generally where around. That stuff doesn't really matter, and you can get pretty much any card, but the APRs are going to be a little bit higher. And generally credit cards, your APR shouldn't matter that much. People say, oh, don't get a card with a high APR, but the smartest way to use a credit card is like a debit card. Don't spend more money than you have on a credit card unless you absolutely have to. That's just the best thing that you should do. Me personally, I use my credit cards for everything, and then I just pay them off before the end of my grace period. I have spent $0 on interest in the last 6 years, so, you know, it's not very hard to do. Just don't overspend, and you will get benefits for it anyway, because you get whatever cash back or points rewards. It's better, okay? So just always use your credit cards and then pay them off on time. While they're being paid off, don't use them. So like when you pay them off, you usually have to wait a few days really annoying, but within that 3-day period, don't use your credit cards. Within that 3-day period, either use your debit cards or don't spend any money at all, which is better because then you're still getting the ideal benefits of using your credit cards. And then from cards like the Chase Freedom Unlimited, which is good everyday card, you have cards like Chase Freedom Flex, which is specifically better for like gas. So that's what I would use the Chase Freedom Flex card. I do have it, but you know, I don't really care about all that. So you could use it for gas. And then you've got like higher end cards like the American Express Gold card, which is another good everyday card, but I personally stopped using it because they recently increased the yearly cost on it while decreasing the benefits. And they didn't really decrease the benefits, they just changed them around into a way that is less beneficial for me. But American Express Gold card is still a very good everyday card, especially because you get 4 times what you spend on points in groceries. So for grocery shopping, it's really easy to get your money back, and if you spend $8,000 a year on groceries, it easily pays for itself, and most people are going to spend $8,000 a year on groceries, especially if you have a family, stuff like that. Good for other people. As for like travel cards, you have like the American Express Platinum card, which is a good points card and good for the initial benefits, but then it kind of falls off in comparison to like the Chase Sapphire Reserve card, which I'm pretty sure that's their travel one. I'm not entirely sure. I don't have travel cards because I don't travel, but if you do travel, I would recommend getting a travel credit card because then they have like international spending and easy access to like international currencies. And the reason why I'd say Chase, because it's Visa over American Express, which uses their own sort of like credit spending back like union, right? It's better specifically because not everywhere in Europe has American Express, but everywhere in Europe does have Visa. Visa is global, American Express is, well, American. So that's everything for credit cards. Back to the video where I'm talking about financial advice live to you guys. Oh yeah, let's see what I get. Smokescreen, Shardbow, Sacred Field, these fucking suck! Alright. Where the footage from the video from this point? Basically, I got Bell solo. I didn't do anything questionable to get this Bell. I didn't use any sort of strategy. Ignore the fact that I'm at the Luvian mechanism, even though I'm obviously not strong enough to do it, to do that. Close off your former oath. Yeah. You shall forget the promise you made, a new path opening up in its place. Wow. What the fuck? Oh, that was you. I'm in Dumb Flame Charmer. Are you also here? Let me use this Idol of Yunshul, though. Yeah, nope. What Luminant? I'm in Etris right now. I got Shardbow, Gravity Field, Run It Back, and Sacred Field again. Run It Back is good for PvP. And here we are! The Shrine of Order! Let's go! I agree. Very well. Yeah, that should be good. The shrine kind of fine. What's wrong with you? Balanced. Perfect. Something, something. My stats are going to be broken from now on. Alright. Alright, this is light work. Now that I'm back in Minitirsa, I just gotta find out where in Minitirsa I am. So I asked this in the last video, but I didn't really get too many responses. Probably because I was at the end of the video, and, you know, this is probably like 40 minutes in. But, what type of music do you guys like? More specifically, with female singers, because my singing voice profiles are closer to a woman's. So, yeah, I can do woman voice when singing. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea where I am. You ever been to a K-Nor restaurant? The food's pretty right. You kind of hurt my feelings when you broke off our rivalry like that. I'm ready, let me speak the words in their entirety. Wait, what does this mean? Does this just give it back to me for free? Oh, it's a woman! I thought she was just like a little bit gay. Not too much, but just a little bit with these, getting clipped by randoms. God, that's a fate worse than death. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here, tap once, and then Fireblade on the golems, and I'm gonna keep doing that. It's not really the most fun, but luckily for you guys, you've got, you know, the Yap God to keep you entertained. Anyway, okay, well now we're doing a Flame Charm, so I'm just gonna sit up here and get some hits. Now, this isn't exactly financial advice, but I did want to talk about certain, like, designer brands that I hate, because there's certain designer brands that I love, okay, and then there's certain ones that I really don't like. Like, my least favorite brand of all time is Chrome Hearts. Chrome Hearts, I think, is the worst piece of garbage in the entire world. Everything they make is, like, sure, it's higher end quality, but it's overinflated. Oh, power increase. But it's overinflated to the point where it's, like, not even worth buying, like, even for the quality, because I saw a pair of jeans from Chrome Hearts the other day, and it was like $27,000, and it's like, why would I pay $27,000 for denim? Like, there's nothing special about it. There wasn't even jewelry on the jeans. It was just embroidered Chrome Hearts crosses on denim, which is like, wow, that is completely garbage. And then I know other people are gonna be like, oh, but what about Balenciaga? They make a lot of garbage. Yeah, they do, and they're definitely my second least favorite brand, like right in front of Chrome Hearts marginally, because they still make actual garbage, like that tape roll that they sold for like, how much money did they sell that for? $600 for a roll of tape because it's Balenciaga bracelet. There's just two brands that make some actual garbage, except Chrome Hearts makes their garbage and then sells it for maybe 10,000 times what it's actually worth, and Balenciaga just makes actual garbage. I still really hate Chrome Hearts, though, because of the aesthetic of the people that like Chrome Hearts and also can't afford it. Which, this does go back into financial advice, but don't buy bad designer clothing, please. Most of my stuff is unbranded, but I still pay a lot for it because I get most of my stuff from tailors, which I do wear a lot of formal wear, so most of my stuff is bespoke or custom or made to measure. But it's not really about that, because I like the quality of the stuff I'm wearing. My favorite suit is pretty expensive, but I'm not paying that money because, you know, it's the tailor who made it. I'm paying that money because it's, you know, the most expensive type of silk in the world, on top of the fact that it's just a really good cut. I love wearing it. Master Flame Charmer is nice because I think that means I can get Ash Slam now. But yeah, I really hate a lot of designer brands because they make actual garbage lots of the time. And Chrome Hearts is just such a good example of this. I understand that they were originally, like, high-end, masterfully crafted jewelry, but once they started making non-jewelry and then pricing it at the same prices and ranges as their jewelry, it kind of becomes like, yeah, you guys are greedy pieces of shit. Now, I guess I can't really talk about greedy pieces of shit. I work in a for-profit industry that doesn't benefit anyone but me and the people who, you know, I take money from. But it's like, at least I'm not, like, scamming people, you know? Which is why I am in complete support of, like, buying reps of, like, designer clothing, as long as they look good. Because, you shouldn't, I don't think giving these companies money is a good thing. Like, I don't think Chrome Hearts, Gucci, I don't think any of these brands deserve the money that they get, because, you know, they're shit and I hate them. And I just wish they were making less money. They don't deserve it. I'm gonna kill this Sharko. But, with that being said, it's also funny because the people who I hear, whenever I make this take, right, the people who are here defending brands like Chrome Hearts are the people that can't afford it. I have never seen a person who actively, first of all, I've never seen a person who actively wears Chrome Hearts. I know people that own Chrome Hearts pieces, but then they own it for art purposes, or, you know, they use it to launder money. Regardless, Chrome Hearts makes a lot of garbage, and then people who are, like, specifically people who are in the skater and, like, the general alt scene really love defending Chrome Hearts every time I make this point. And it's like, you say all of this stuff about how, oh, it's a good brand, it's well crafted, it's high quality, but you can't afford it. You just can't. Had the server hop there. I just wanted to refresh the spawn. I'm an Agamatsu server. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the whole general alt, skater, grunge, all of those general alt scenes, right? It's all these people, and whenever I talk about Chrome Hearts, they defend it. Or whenever I talk about, I don't know, shitty designer brand targeted towards skaters, they defend it, and it's like, why are you defending this brand that doesn't care about you and kind of just wants to rip you off out of your money? You know, I really don't understand that whole scene. It's just like they defend a brand that doesn't care about them. And it's the same with the people who say, but it's Balenciaga, though. It's like, what do you mean, but it's Balenciaga? But it's garbage. You know those Balenciaga sneakers with, like, the lights in them? Those are glorified light-up Skechers, one. And two, they're the ugliest fucking shoes I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, unironically. Whenever I see someone wearing those shoes, it fills me with, like, a certain, like, murderous rage. Because it's like, wow, you wasted money on those? like, I should kill you to save the economy the few $100s that you're gonna spend on those. So that way, you know, maybe they could be spent on something useful or donated to charity or something. Because I would genuinely rather give a billionaire $1 billion than buy a million people shoes from Balenciaga. You know, it's so stupid. I really do hate most designer brands. Now, there are certain designer brands I like. I did say this earlier, YSL is one of them. But even YSL does a lot of stuff I don't like. With that being said, I love their boots. I'm gonna keep, you know, wearing YSL boots because I love them. I love their designs. I love the craftsmanship. I love the materials. They last me a long time whenever I buy them. And I love the boots. I'll keep buying them. You wanna know what I'm not gonna pay for? A tape roll or a pair of denim jeans with crosses on it, okay? Absolutely garbage brands there. And then there's also a whole lot of other designer brands that I don't like. Gucci is one of them. I don't like Gucci. First of all, the Gucci belt is one of the most tacky things in the entire world. The Gucci belt is so insanely tacky. It's ugly. It really is. And you'll never see someone actually wearing a Gucci belt with anything that, you know, it's supposed to be worn as, because it's marketed as formal wear, and then it's kind of just like deformed into, that was a lucky power-up, it's kind of just deformed into, you know, like hypebeast stuff. You know, like how the hypebeast with all the Supreme t-shirts, buy a $40 cotton t-shirt with a little red box on it. Let's see what comes here. I'll take that. But yeah, it's kind of just turned into hypebeast stuff, and everyone hates hypebeast. But then half of these people will say, "Oh, I hate hypebeast. I hate Supreme." But meanwhile, you're like trying to save up all your money so you could buy a singular Chrome Hearts necklace. Like, come on, man. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing at that. Oh shit, Ashlam. I'm taking that. It's the exact same thing though. So yeah, I just don't really get it. I don't really have much else to say about this whole thing. I like when Deepwoken players try to act like there's way more to this game than there is. Like the other day I saw someone say, is the only way to uncap a 2-minute killing a boss, and someone said, that we know of. Like, bro, come on, get real. Get real. Get really real for a second. There's no other way. There's no other way. Like, people say stuff like that because they're like, oh, this game has so much to it. Nah. Has some stuff to it, okay? Don't suck the dick of this game too hard, man. Just go a little bit softer on the tip, please. Because hearing people say stuff like that, acting like Deepwoken is such a deep game, it's alright, okay? I'll give you some points, but it's not that deep, okay? While I am here doing a quick Duke, I got Ghost Raccoon here, one of my mods. Some of you might know him for a spot. He's just kind of making sure I don't die. Duke is kind of, as I would say right now, dick riding him, because he will not leave him. Okay, that shouldn't have hit me. Let's talk about inflation, recession, and general, like, economic status of the United States and other countries. This really goes for everything. One important thing people don't realize about recession is it's not really easy to know when the market is in recession. Like, most of the biggest recessions in American history weren't known until years after they happened. Because, like, generally recession isn't calculated as, like, it's not calculated as it's happening, because it's kind of hard to do that. It's really just a significant, like, decline in economic activity, and that kind of needs to be measured over time. You can't see, like, oh, people are spending less money, making less money in a day, and then say, oh, we're in a recession. It has to be there, like, for a very long time before we actually realize there's a recession, which kind of important to know, because a lot of the time we'll be in a recession. Nobody even knows we're in a recession. Nobody even knows when we're in a recession, which, you know, it's not very good. Now, about not just recession, but also inflation. Inflation is exclusively bad. Like, there are actually pros to recession, for example. Recession can be kind of good because, like, let's say investors can benefit off of recession. Because in a recession, obviously, market caps, prices, stock prices, investment prices all go down. So it's a good time to invest during a recession to make long-term profits. So a recession will basically guarantee that long-term you always make money. which is a potentially good thing. However, inflation is kind of unlike this in the fact that it's exclusively bad, and almost forgot, but recession is bad for everyone who isn't an investor. Because if you're an investor, you can make money during a recession, and it really won't affect your market. But recession affects every other level of consumerism and every level of production up there. Let me heal a little bit. And that's kind of why it sucks for most people. Me personally, I'm fine with a recession. Recession happens, cool. I can make way more money in a recession than I can when the market's doing good, because I'm just really good at abusing recession timings. His shield's down. This should be pretty easy. Let me just but yeah, it's not that bad for me when there's a recession. Now, what is always bad is inflation. Why? Because the value of money goes down. Ever since the gold standard was abolished, money has been very much less consistent. Some people think it's a good thing the gold standard was abolished. Some people think it's a bad thing. It's a very mixed bag of a topic. I personally am indifferent on it. I don't think it would have made a long-term difference on the economic status of the United States. We're still the #1 country regardless, and I think we'd still be the #1 country in the world based on GDP, regardless of the gold standard being in place or not. In fact, the gold standard being in place would probably have been even better for us, thinking about it. So people saying that, oh, the gold standard is getting rid of it, made America better, you're probably wrong. Not that you can't be right, but you're probably wrong. But yeah, that's just the thing. Inflation always sucks, though. Because with inflation, now your money is worth less. So even if you're making more money, are you really making more money when things are more expensive? If your rent is going up, are you really making more money because you got a 5% raise when your rent went up 12%? You're not really making more money now, are you? Sure, you got a raise, but if your prices for things in everyday living are going up, then that raise doesn't really mean much, does it? Which is why inflation is just overall a terrible thing. And then there's debt. Debt is good and bad. You can really leverage debt. A lot of people don't know this, but this is actual high-level financial advice. The richest people in the world are in millions, maybe even billions of dollars in debt. Because when you're in, I don't know, maybe a few thousand, $100,000, $1 million worth of debt, that's your problem. Like, you have to pay that back. That's bad for you. But when you're a billionaire and you're $100 billion in debt or something like that to the banks, that's no longer really your problem. That's more so the bank's problem than yours, because that is such a large amount of money that the bank is losing out on, that you have already cashed out on, that they can't really stop you for because of the legal implications of minimum payments and stuff, and they're not going to be able to sell a $100 billion debt, which if you don't know, banks and other financial institutes sell debt. So if you have like $3,000 in credit card debt, the banks, if they see that you're not going to pay it, you gotta let finance Reaconteur. No, I need the grip for this. Obviously, right? Man, what was I saying? Oh yeah, they'll sell your debt, and they'll sell it to basically a bounty hunter. They'll give them your contact info, and then they'll be like, hey, for $1,500, this person owes us $3,000. You can buy that debt off of us for half as much, so they get half their money back, so it's beneficial, and they don't think you're going to pay, so they do it, and they sell your debt. Now, what they don't tell you, though, is when you have, like, bounty hunters on you like that, you have no obligation to pay back your debt at that point. You no longer owe the finance institute. You, quote-unquote, owe the bounty hunters. Oh, I'm about to die. Oh, my God. Oh, let me heal. You, quote-unquote, owe the bounty hunter, right? But the bounty hunter doesn't really have any power over you, so I mean, you don't have to pay it back at that point, which is why I would not be paying that back. If I did have debt, because I'm debt-free, I don't have any debt. I don't have credit card debt, I pay all my cards off, I do all that. I don't have any debt. Then, you know, don't pay back the bounty hunters, whatever you do. Oh, Duke's dead. Wait, let me get this grip. With that being said, you should also focus on, like, if a family member dies, the banks will... Wow, this loot is terrible. Okay. If a family member dies, the banks will probably try and call you to reclaim debt. Don't pay it back. You have no obligation to do that. I beg all of you watching this right now, don't pay off your dead family member's debt. Tell the person from the bank calling you to fuck off, because you have no obligation to pay off that debt. And I really hate seeing banks and other financial institutes try to take people's money based on, like, relations. It is such a dirty thing to do. You are taking someone's money because their father died. Because imagine your dad just dies and you get a call from the bank. Oh, your dad owes us $90,000. Now you owe us $90,000. I would tell that person to wipe into the Fragments of Self in Deepwoken, right? Because their Deepwoken build is not worth using if they're going to spend all their time doing something like that. Should I take Fire Forge? Maybe. Oh, and we're going back. But yeah, it's really just a scummy thing, so don't pay off debt for money that you don't owe. If it's not your debt, don't pay it off. I'm telling you this now, don't pay debt that isn't yours. Alright, and heading into Songseeker. I want to go to Great Hive, do all the stuff that's over there. I don't think I have to wash my face. You only have to do that in one slot now, right? If that's the case, then I should be fine. I just shouldn't have to wash it. I could just teleport. But I'm gonna go make sure just in case. Why is this guy following me? Yeah, I'm just in Songseeker now. And why don't we talk about divorce? There's so many good ways to bypass divorce proceedings. Like leaving all your assets. Oh my fucking god, bro. Like, I look like a freshie, and you're still doing this. You're so annoying. Like, I am visibly wearing rags. Oh my god. Wait, if he gets on the boat, I could probably fight him here. Oh, no, I'm running. I think I can get away. I think I can get away. Oh my god, his dumbass friend in the boat is gonna crash into me. You're so annoying. Oh my god. Wait, I can get out. No, I can't. Never mind. Yeah, no, he's gonna hit me into this wall. Okay, you're actually so annoying. Like, you go out doing this, like, looking for freshies to 2v1. Like, are you being serious? Like, are you being serious? Divorce proceedings. Oh, this guy's terrible. He got hit by a dry ash slam. Yeah, you could... There's a lot of ways to bypass divorces without needing a prenup. Because asking for a prenup is so awkward. Imagine being like, oh, I love you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. By the way, sign this so that way if we get divorced, I won't take your money. And then women use the excuse, oh, well, you don't think this marriage is going to last? You don't think blah, blah, blah? And it's like, okay, I'm getting 2v1. And it's like, oh, you don't think this marriage is going to last? And they use excuses like that because they don't want to sign a prenup. When in reality, I feel like if you think this marriage is going to last, you shouldn't have a problem. He did so much damage! Oh, you guys suck. Like, you shouldn't... God, that guy with the Grand Sudaruska is terrible. Oh my god. Yo, baby. Oh my god. My health bar is already stained. You guys suck. Whatever, bro. Doesn't even matter. I know I could kill that guy. He's terrible. He's so bad, the one with the Grand Sudaruska. As I was saying about divorce proceedings, you know, there are now a lot of ways to actually do it. First of all, you could leave all your assets in someone else's name. If you leave all your money and your debit cards in the name of one of your parents, and then you just have yourself as their main beneficiary, so you get all your money back in the case that they die untimely, well, now you legally have nothing. Which, that's actually a thing a football, soccer, whatever you call it, player did. I forgot which one. Was it Cristiano Ronaldo? Or... It was someone, but he... Oh, no, it was a football player, actually. It was an American football player, not a European football, aka soccer for you American players. He left all of his stuff in his mom's name. So, millions of dollars, and his wife divorced him. She was trying to get the divorce proceedings to find out that he legally has no money. Which, oh my god, when I heard about that, I was like, no way, new prenup glitch. New prenupless marriage glitch, right? And hearing about that was amazing, which I don't know why prenups aren't, like, normally, like, you know, set in the United States. The entire, like, thing of we get married so you take half of everything is stupid. I think by base, it should be we get married so anything attained after marriage we should split. Everything else is kept as is. So, like, that would make so much more sense because divorce proceedings are stupid. How come I have a $60 million net worth and I marry a homeless bitch and then she divorces me 2 days later and now she gets $30 million out of my $60 million? That doesn't make sense. She didn't get that. She didn't get half of that. She didn't do anything to earn half of that. If we were married and let's say we had a house worth $2 million, okay, she gets $1 million. It's our house, you know? After it's sold and stuff. But the fact that you kind of have to, like, get money, right? Like, you get money, and then I get my money, but then for some reason that just becomes ours is stupid. I would understand if it was for, like, joint assets that get split, because those deserve to be split. They're joint assets. They're owned by both of us. But the fact that I could have a checking account with $60 million in it, but because we're married, I now owe you $30 million after a divorce is stupid, and it shouldn't exist that way. By the way, I love how the new depths thing where you can't go over kind of just, like, who sounds an alarm anytime I enter here, just waiting for people to gank me. So cool. I do actually have access to the content creator private servers now. So, next time I stream, it'll probably be in one of those. I just didn't want to do it for, like, a progression video, because I'm already, like, private here, because I'm not streaming. So I feel like going into CCPS is cheating, you know? Because there's no, like, player threats, and there's no Void Walkers. And I like Void Walkers. I actually do. I like fighting them. They're pretty easy to kill most of the time. They're usually pretty bad. But other than that, it's just, like, fun little PvP experience, as long as I'm not getting jumped. Now, other than that, other than those, like, family finance stuff, you should probably know about beneficiaries, which, yeah, you should probably write your will, like, as soon as you become at all somewhat sizably wealthy. Like, I have a will. I'm pretty young and I have a will. I'm very young and I have a will, right? Now, you should probably have a will if you have anything worth willing to people. If you're not, like, if you don't have, like, assets to pass down, don't bother. Oh my god, these voices talk too much. I'm trying to talk here about finance, and you're over here talking over me, voice of odium. Well, then you should just make a beneficiaries list, contact a lawyer, get your will and testament done. It's just a good thing to do. And then there's... what else should I talk about? Okay, you spawn on the right. I think they always spawn there. What? Real estate? You guys want to know about real estate? There's some cool real estate things. Like, if you're going to... well, one good thing you can do is, right, take a mortgage out that is more than the house that you want to buy, and let's say you rent that house, or you even sell it, or fix it up. Well, I would say rent, realistically. Take a mortgage out, and then with that mortgage, you're going to rent a house, House A that you buy. The cost of that house is going to cover your mortgage. So you're going to rent it to people, and you're going to rent it to them for what your monthly mortgage costs are. Once you do that, you use the rest of that money that you took out with your overly expensive mortgage, and you use that to buy a second investment property, which at that point you could either fix that one up and improve it and then sell it, or you could rent that one too and then have that one be on the side and you keep and pocket all the money for that. And you may be thinking, oh, well, if you took all this money, wouldn't the mortgage be high and too high for the most people to afford? Well, America is in a housing crisis! Yay! You know what that means? That means that even though the mortgage is probably going to be pretty expensive and that it is obviously not made for the type of house that you are renting out, people are going to be forced to do it. I might be a terrible person for passing down this advice, but it's kind of just like, you should probably do it before BlackRock does it. Oh, okay, well, I've got to put in practice. I don't even get stat points from that. Realistically, people doing this doesn't really cause the housing crisis. It's companies like BlackRock doing this that are really, really bad for the American people. So you might as well take advantage of it too and make your money and be happy on the side and provide for the people that you care about. Be greedy for those that you love. Don't be selfless and leave you and the people that you love on the streets, okay? It's not noble for your family to be homeless. About nobility, though, you should probably also know about, like, I don't know. So, really funny. But if you ever talk to, like, a financial expert, what? This is gonna sound sexist. It's not. I promise you it's not. It's been finance advice for the last 200 years. Women are a bad investment. Okay? Or men. But generally, women don't have to worry about investing into men, because generally in a modern relationship, the man pays for most things, obviously, right? That's how most people run things. That's how I run my relationships. And I think that is the right way, okay? But with that being said, if you are broke, women are a bad investment. They're always going to be a bad investment. Women are never worth paying for. So, what I do is, right, I just don't if I can't. I always can, so it's, like, irrelevant to me. But you watching this, are you rich? Yes? You're good. Are you well off? Do you have a good job? Are you happy where you are? Yes? Then go find a wife. Go find a girlfriend. Go find whatever. Be happy. Happiness above all. But it's good to have financial freedom, and that's kind of what brings me happiness, which is why I'm helping you guys with all this. I'm giving you guys some advice for financial freedom, because I love you guys. You guys watch my videos. I do these for fun, and you guys choose to support me. I don't know why, but I love you all. Anyway, do what makes you happy, but women are a terrible investment. They're expensive. If you're living with a woman, that's 2 people, which means you have to buy 2 people's worth of groceries instead of 1. you have to take them on dates, maybe vacations if they like traveling. It's just a lot to deal with. Women are a terrible investment. Men, for women, are actually a very good investment, though, because most of the time you can get them to pay for, like, you know, most of your stuff. Like, realistically, men should be paying for most stuff for women. I do think that's the way. Which, along with that, I also don't think that generally women are responsible for your bad investments. Just because you're wasting your money on a woman, that's not her fault, that's your fault. So just get up there for yourself. Now, along with that, let's talk about, let's see my little thing to my right. Let's talk about, ooh, charity. I love charity. Not for charity, though. I donate a lot of money to charity every year, and it's not a selfless thing. And I'm willing to admit that because a lot of people really aren't. Mr. Beast is a great example of this in modern time. Mr. Beast kind of does all this stuff for charity, and it's like, oh, I do all this stuff for charity, I'm a good person. And he shields it behind all of his huge egotistical problems. And it's like, oh, but I did this, I saved 1,000 blind kids. And it's like, but did you really save 1,000 blind kids? I mean, you're in a net positive for it. You definitely did it for both the money, and even if it wasn't for the money, you got a tax write-off for it, so you made all that money back. You got a video out of it, so you made more money from it, which the money from that video, where's it going? Into other videos. Where are those videos going? Into other videos. So it's kind of like mutually, but more so beneficial for Mr. Beast, Jimmy the Man, than for the blind kids, you know? And then he does all this good stuff, and a lot of people will do all this good stuff. They'll, oh, I give $1 billion to charity last year. Philanthropy. Because if you know anything about really rich people, like billionaire level rich people, there's a lot of different ways to show off. Like, poor people, or like low class people, show off with clothing. Middle class people show off with cars. High class people show off with properties, investments, or like, trips to countries, really luxurious stuff. And then really rich people show off with philanthropy. They give stuff away. Why? Because it's like, oh, I have so much money I don't even need it. But also, I have so much money I don't even need it, and I'm giving it away because I'm a better person than you. That's how they want you to feel. Which is why if anyone at all does any charity work that comes from money, I don't really trust them. Because if you see someone doing charity work and they're just doing it, like they're not giving away money to like charities and stuff, they're actually out there making a difference, they're doing good things. Like, is Mr. Beast becoming a doctor to help save blind people? No, he's just giving doctors a lot of money. That's kind of it. You know, he's not really doing the work there. It's not really about the people who are providing the funding to do these things, because those people are going to do that anyway to make themselves look better and to reap the tax and the monetary benefits of doing those good things. Versus, you know, the people who are actually doing those good things. Doctors are the good people. Doctors saved 1,000 blind kids. Mr. Beast didn't, okay? I'd like to make that very clear. Mr. Beast didn't do anything there. Now, you might be saying, oh, then why didn't those doctors do it for free? Because they need money. Which, oh my god, that reminds me of a topic I forgot to put in my chart. Doctors are some of the worst financiers in the entirety of the United States. I read a few articles about how many doctors are living paycheck to paycheck, and it's like, huh? And then I read it, and it's, oh my god, doctors make terrible financial decisions. I get when you're in an industry like that, you don't, I mean, you're typically not like the best versed in finance. Like you work in medical, you know? And I'm not like the best at finance, but I work in finance. If I had like my CFO or my accountant here, which CFO and accountant are the same person, started my accountant, became my CFO, they're the same person, right? If I had him here, he could explain a lot of this better than I could, but I can explain it pretty well anyway. Now, with that being said, doctors are living paycheck to paycheck. And then I look for the reasons. Why? They buy super expensive houses that they can barely afford. They buy supercars. They send their kids to private schools. They shop at Whole Foods. It's all stuff that is not needed. I put the door down so that way I could, you know, spawn back here in case I die. I think it's pretty likely I die. But yeah, doctors are very bad at saving money, and that's just insane to me how doctors are doing this. Because it's like, really, why are you spending your money like this? Like, I get that you're a doctor, but like, they're complaining about living paycheck to paycheck, but then they're spending all this money on luxurious stuff they don't need. Like, you're a doctor, why are you buying a Lamborghini? Which, by the way, the minimum requirement or minimum ideal requirement for a salary to own a Lamborghini is about $1 million. So if you're making less than $1 million a year, don't buy a Lamborghini. that goes for the which Aventador I think it was. For the Lamborghini Aventador, you need to be making at least $1 million a year. It's that simple. More expensive cars make more money, you know, but whatever. Now, back to charity. I donate a lot to charity, but it's just so I have to give less money to the IRS. I will be upfront about that because I abuse the systems. Like, I'll donate to certain charities like St. Jude's or another one I kind of don't want to list out because some people might not like it. It's not a bad thing. I think most of the people like it because I'm sure most people are in support of the LGBTQ, but for those of you who aren't, sadly, I do donate money to certain foundations that support them. So yeah, if you're upset about that, then don't yell at me. It's not my fault. I'm doing it for the money, right? Anyway, charity is not always a good thing, and there's a lot of rich people that are very good examples of that. They abuse it, they do whatever, they get what they want out of it. I am included in that list, but I will be upfront about it because I'm not trying to use it as a shield to make myself look better, okay? I'm just not trying to do that. That's honestly pathetic behavior, which is why I say, and listen to me closely, don't listen to any rich person who gives away money. What am I getting hit by? Okay, that just did a bar. Is it from that guy up there? Wait, is he coming? Can they aggro at that range? That's stupid. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, they can. Anyway, what else should I talk about? Probably, I don't know, annuities? No, annuities kind of suck. They kind of suck, I'm not gonna lie. Annuities can make sense, you know, but I don't like them. I just don't like them. What about, like, I don't know, long-term investments like 401ks and Roth IRAs? I don't like super long-term retirement plans. I really don't. They don't really benefit me because I make a lot of money to retire whenever I want, if I wanted to. But I just don't like the concept of them. Like, they're like, oh, you can be a millionaire by 65. I hate people saying that. I hate people saying that. You could be a millionaire by 65. Fuck you. Like, fuck you. $1 million net worth at 65? That sounds miserable. Imagine I'm 65 and that's when I get to, you know, what, have fun? I'm trying to have fun in my prime years, which is what I'm doing now, alright? 25 to 35 is when I want to be having fun. That's when most people want to be having fun. And most people are able to balance it, but that just would not work for me. And I guess I say that now because I'm kind of in the situation where I don't need to worry about having to, you know, be 65 and enjoying my life by then. But it just feels like I couldn't go to living a normal life at this point. It's honestly sounds miserable. Now, I know it wouldn't be. Like, if I were, let's say, an alternate reality me who's living a normal life right now, he's probably enjoying himself very well. Why? Because I'm generally a happy person. I don't deal with stress. But is he as happy as me? Honestly, probably yeah. But if I were to switch bodies with him, he would get happier and I would get sadder. You know, that's the thing about it. Like, if I weren't where I am, I'd be fine, but I couldn't go down from where I am because I would not be fine with it. You guys get what I'm saying? And that's a dead widow. Oh my god. You're so annoying. That aim lock, man. What a game! What a game I'm playing! What a game I am playing! What a amazing game that I am playing right now. Wow! Oh, okay, mistimed. Easy. This red shark are gonna be back here again? No. Okay, good. Ooh. White scarf, terrible. Desert scarf, terrible. Platinum bars. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So apparently my recording file stopped. The one time I completed progression, my recording file stopped. So, yeah, you guys, you're gonna miss out on, well, the stuff that you guys missed out on was just me getting an armor schematic from my bank, and then all the stuff for that, and then me equipping the weapon, and then I guess me hitting power 20 and doing a mantra quest for Flame Wisp. The build is done, though. It's actually the build that you guys have been seeing in background footage in my latest videos, because I started playing the game again. Remember that part? I started playing the game again. So I'm very sorry this couldn't be finished, but luckily you guys didn't miss out on anything that big. The part where you saw me in Hive was just me upgrading Reinforce and what's the mantra called that I was using? Prominence Draw, I think it was. That's pretty much all you guys miss. I upgraded the flame talents and all that, and then I've just been using the build. I also beat Maestro, so I guess that is kind of big that you guys missed that. Sorry about that. I did get a 2-star pen Purple Cloud, though, so that's actually pretty good. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed. I love you all. If you want more financial advice, don't DM me for it. I will not give it to you for free. You have to pay me. But guess what? If you do pay me for it, you can put it off on your taxes, so it's basically free. I love you all. Shoutouts to Cyberboy21, Goobka, and Drizzy Drake Fan. Have an amazing day to all of you, and goodbye.